And you should get a pop-up on your screen. You'll have to just say "got it" on that note.
Got it.
Got it.
Got it.
Okay, I guess we can get started. Let's call this meeting to order. I don't believe Lanny's here, is she?
I'm here.
Oh, Lanny, do we have a quorum?
I can't see everyone anymore, so I don't know.
We
We have a quorum.
Yes, we have a quorum.
Okay, well, at this point, since the agenda is very short, I'm going to turn it over to Jerry to tell us the survey results for amenity expansion. So Jerry, you're on.
All right, thank you very much. Well, good morning, everyone. I'll just give a brief recap, and just to make sure everybody's aware, I sent this to you in a PDF around 9:30 this morning. So everyone should have a copy of what I am reviewing with the shared screen right now. I'll start with the overall response rate. The overall response rate was extremely strong. It was 76%, and in reality, it was slightly higher than that because there was others who participated. They just chose not to answer either one of these options. So they left that question blank, even though they contributed their demographic information. So they participated, but I'm not counting them as part of the overall response rate. So we had 557 that responded these two options out of 736 stores. And you can see here for the overall results that there was 28% that supported option 1 and 16% that supported option 2. As we go further, I mean, this is really the overall is the main area of focus, but we had demographic questions. We looked at what neighborhood are you from? How long have you been a member of Sterling Oaks, and how many months per year do you spend at Sterling Oaks? And so as we go through the results, you see that there is 7% out of the overall aggregate that came from Deer Creek. There was 12% that came from Eagle Creek. And you can see that there was, while it may vary by 10% or even more, the totality of do not support or support was conclusive for each of the various neighborhoods. The only one that showed any significant difference was Tavernier, where that was the one area that had 47% support for option 1. And then years on, the results are relatively stable. You know, 26% support option 1, 20% option 2. They've been here relatively as a new member. And those numbers are become even more strong. 68%, 82% not support, longer that you've been a member of Sterling Oaks. Months per year, relatively consistent across, maybe a little bit stronger if you're a year-round resident, or do not support. But otherwise, each of the breakouts, there is a majority that did not support. Now, as we go towards the end, all I did was clean up the language in terms of spelling mistakes and hyphenations, but all of the comments are in alphabetical order depending on the first word they chose to begin their comment, and the highlights are just to separate them to make it easier to read. But there's about 7 pages of written comments that you can go through as well. So that's the summary of the results with our focus on what are the residents' perspective with regard to option 1 and option 2. I'm going to open it up for questions.
Well, I don't, I don't think there's many questions. I mean, I could be wrong, but this is pretty conclusive.
It is.
It's very conclusive, and I suppose unless somebody wants to discuss this, the only remaining issue is, do you want me to write a letter to the community telling them the results and telling them that we're done and we are going to be disbanding the Amenity expansion project team? That's the only remaining issue that I see. Does anybody else have a comment?
I do. I just wanted to point out that our team did a wonderful job of putting it together. And the fact that we've got 76 responses, even though the responses may be negative, they certainly show that we were able to get together to the community as much as we possibly can. And I want to thank my project team for the work that they did over the last few months to get this thing to conclusion as quickly as we were able to do it.
I agree. Nice job, Terry.
Good job.
I'm not surprised at the results. I'm surprised at the magnitude. I thought it'd be a little bit closer, but I was wrong. So I plan on, I've already started it, but I plan on Cezanne drafting a note from the president to go to all households, just telling them, highlighting the results and telling them that for now, or not for now, telling them that we're not going any further. Yes, Lanny.
And this report will be posted on the website, right?
I hope so.
It already is.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Any other comments? All right, we have Jerry. I guess you can leave.
Okay, well, it's good to see everyone.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Thank you.
We have one additional piece of business that was overlooked at the last meeting. Yeah, every year we resurface some of the courts. I believe Cezanne, the cost this year is like $11,000. Is that right?
11,400. Yes.
It's beyond my authority to approve, so the money's included in the budget.
In the reserves. Mhm.
In the reserves. So in order to have a discussion, I'll make a motion that we approve $11,400 for tennis court resurfacing.
Second,
Any discussion?
Cezanne, is that for both courts? That's a total?
It's for 3 courts. I believe it was 6, 7, and 8 this year.
Oh, okay, and that's the total, okay.
Yes,
And what's the total amount? Not the 11,000, is it?
that's the total. 11,400.
Okay.
All right, we have a motion made and seconded. All approved, say aye, raise your hand. Carries unanimously. With that, I will, as soon as I get to it, write a note to the members or the residents. And with that, I need a motion to adjourn.
so moved.
Second,
All right, all in favor? Carries unanimously. The meeting's adjourned. Thank you very much, everybody.